What's up, Lycans? Today we're back with another HUD guide, this time focusing on Robin's perks and some general tips and tricks. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that sub button if you want to see some more content. I mainly float between HUD and Sea of Thieves, so if that's what you want to see, please consider leaving a free sub, drop a like and a comment below to help the YouTube algorithm, and let me know if you play Robin any differently than I do. Robin is a character that just gets more and more fun the more hours you put into him. I'm not going to lie, I hated him at first. He's probably the most annoying character to level up to 10 in my opinion. I only started to really enjoy him and find my feet once I got to about 30 out of 35 wins for his legend. So for his first perk, while you're leveling, just move through them as you get them. Having double grenades with volatile guards can be really useful early on, but I run focus flight personally. The basic strat I use for this is to get some long shot kills on NPCs right at the start to get a nice boost to my special arrow. For the second perk, I'd run scavenger until you get to about level 7. You could throw on bodkin point, but I find that this will mess with you getting used to Robin's bow when it comes to anticipating shots. Once you hit level 7, I think, it's been a while, you'll unlock Razer Gauntlets. This is a must for Robin in my opinion. Robin is majorly weak when it comes to melee damage, and this perk will give your melee attacks a huge boost depending on how much ammo you have. Can't tell you how many times this perk has saved me in a clutch. I find Robin's bow is extremely useless at close range. Either that or I'm just completely trash with it at close range. So this, coupled with people not expecting you to just sprint at them and melee, is a deadly combo. The third slot I would leave blank personally while leveling. Forceful fire is okay, but losing 2 arrows from your quiver is huge. While I leveled Robin, I kept this slot empty until I got elemental arrow, which simply makes your special arrow explode faster. You could run mercurial arrow, which will make the arrow explode on impact, but I've had less success with this compared to elemental arrow. Play between the two and see which suits your playstyle. Just remember the range on mercurial arrow is significantly reduced. Some general tips with Robin. We'll start with lining up shots, and honestly there's not much advice to give than to just practice. What I did at first was jump into practice mode in the game itself and started trying to learn where to aim to hit headshots on the NPCs. You can alert them and get them to chase you, hide or anything, and try and hit them as they're moving, which is really useful. I'd highly recommend jumping in here when you first pick up Robin, or you'll constantly be saying, I swear that should have been a headshot. Practice mode is also great for learning some of the lanes on some of the winches. Robin really shines when it comes to holding the line when the enemy team is winching. There's a lot of great spots you can find to hide in and take pot shot to the enemy team while your team regroups and comes to back you up. Again, just keep practicing hitting shots on people while your team are fighting them, but don't underestimate Robin's melee if you're running Razer Gauntlets. I've saved my team in the past just by sprinting in like a John and launching myself at whoever's fighting. There's not much to say about Robin's ultimate ability, other than don't be afraid to use it. There's no shame in just pinging it into a John if you think it will win you the match or buy your team some time. It's always great for taking out the team on the winch, but it does make you stand out a mile away, so bear that in mind before using it. Honestly though, my favourite thing to do is to shoot it at my feet while a John's sprinting at me. Shoot, dodge while he slams, and watch him just get stuck in his animation and explode. The last tip, and this is one I personally struggle with the most, don't be afraid to take the shot. There's such a fine balance with Robin, and I'm constantly telling myself I took too long aiming for that shot, or I should have aimed half a second longer with that shot. Eventually, aim position on moving targets will become muscle memory, and you'll start having so much more fun when you hear that arrow ping into their head. And that's it really for Robin, guys. Robin was a bit of a tough one to talk about. He's the only real character where the best tip is just get better at shooting things. I hope the guide has helped decide on some perks and to find some ways to practice. Remember to hit that sub button if you found this video useful. For For now, guys, take it easy, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.